Well, hello there, everybody. This is the Comedy Thief, and you're watching Funny Old Guys. That's what you're doing, and we go from small to large, is what we do. My name is not Bill. It's
Oh,
the Comedy Thief, and what we do is we tell hysterically funny jokes, and you laugh, and we make millions of dollars. So I'd like to have you meet once again Dr. Fatpacker. Say hello to our wonderful audience.
well, guten Tag, everybody. So nice to have you with us today. We got some funny stuff today. You
We
just,
do,
yeah.
we do. And down below me, we have Homeless Charlie. I don't know if your head's on backwards or if your hat's on backwards. Which one is it?
My head.
Oh, okay. Hey, I love that new mustache you have, by the way.
Thank you. I grew it over the weekend.
Oh, boy, that's
He's growing it out, it looks like.
doesn't
Yeah.
it look, doesn't Dr. Fatpacker, doesn't it look like foreign or something, like France or whatever?
Oh, that could be, jawohl. We saw many of them like that, where I come from, yeah.
Well, Homeless Charlie, he lives in an alley, all right, and so he has a lot of leisure time to grow mustaches. Yeah, and he steals. He goes to Woolworths and he steals Sharpies. Also, is what he does. Anyway, let's tell some jokes. Homeless or no, you're Dr. Fatpacker. Lay it on us.
Yeah. If you don't have leisure time, does it grow anyway? I think so.
What the
Yeah.
hell? I don't know.
Hey, I got a couple of bad jokes for you. Oh, you're going to get mad. I found out chocolate is vital for our survival. Jawohl. The dinosaurs didn't have it. Oh, and look what happened to them. Yeah.
Well, there you go.
Oh, here's another nice little tip for you older folks out there. When I get bored, I call in sick to places that I don't work at. Tomorrow, I'm getting written up at Walmart.
Drive them crazy. Okay, you got one more, or are we done?
No, I can do one more. One more. I hate it when I go and buy seedless grapes, but instead I accidentally buy, well, Oreos.
Oh, that is very confusing. You have a weak character. But anyway, Homeless Charlie, it's your turn.
Well, here's a question for all of you. Why couldn't the blonde add 10 plus 5 on a calculator?
How come?
Pray tell.
Well, she couldn't find the 10 button.
Oh, well, this sailor met this gal in a bar and they chatted, and she says, I've always wanted to travel and go to Europe. And the sailor says, you are in luck, lady, because he says, my ship is leaving for Europe tomorrow, and you're not allowed on board, but I can hide you in a lifeboat and bring you meals daily, and I'll make you happy because you'll end up in Europe, and then you'll make me happy if you understand. So she said, what the heck, let's do it. So he sneaks her on board the ship, hides her in a lifeboat, and every night he comes out in the darkness and he gives her 3 sandwiches and an apple. And then under the cover, they make mad, passionate love in the boat until dawn, right? So this goes on for about 3 weeks. Then she's finally discovered by the captain, says, what the heck are you doing here? And she explained why she was there. I'm going to Europe, and I'm making him happy by having mad, passionate sex all night long until we get to Europe. And the captain said, lady, this is the Staten Island ferry. Dr. Fatpacker, it's your turn.
Oh my good. So this poor country pastor, he was livid. Then he confronted his wife with a receipt for a $250 dress that she bought. And he goes, how can you do this? And she goes, well, I don't know. I was standing in the store looking at the dress, and then I found myself trying it on. And it was like the devil was whispering to me, saying, gee, you look great in that dress. You should buy it. Well, the pastor said, you know how to deal with him. Just tell him, get behind me, Satan. And she said, I did. But then he said, oh, it looks great from back here, too.
Oh, so she had no choice.
Yeah.
Dr. Fatpacker, guess what?
Yes, that was my last one. No.
Well, that is your last one, but look, where did homeless Charlie go?
I believe he might have gotten called to the phone at the fire hall across the street.
But that's a lovely view of his ceiling.
Yeah, yeah. Say,
Okay.
you get a joke for us, don't you? Oh, there he is.
There he is. There he is. What the heck? Yeah.
I
You
had
left us
somebody
in the
at my
middle of a
neighbor's
video,
door.
you dirty dog.
Somebody was selling something at my neighbor's house.
Oh, okay. Well, anyway, this married man, he inserted an ad into the classifieds, right?
Okay, Big Eights.
The main message was wife wanted.
Oh,
He was getting a divorce. So anyway, the very next day, he received 347 replies to his ad stating, "You can have mine." That's Dr. Fatpacker.
yeah, yeah. So this cab driver, he reaches the pearly gates, right?
Yeah.
And St. Peter looks him up in his big book and he tells him to pick up a gold staff and a silk robe and proceed into heaven. Oh, next in line was a preacher. And St. Peter looks him up in his big book and he furrows his brow and says, okay, we'll let you in, but take that cloth robe and wooden staff over there. Well, the preacher, he was shocked when he says, well, I'm a man of the cloth. You gave that cab driver a gold staff and a silk robe. Surely I rate higher than a cabbie. St. Peter then responds, sort of matter of factly, he goes, this is heaven, and up here we are interested in results. Then you preached, people slept. Then the cabbie drove his taxi, people prayed.
Well, there you go. That is the perfect response from St. Peter, I guess it was. Oh, homeless Charlie.
Yeah.
Well, a child asked his father, he said, how were people born? So his father said, well, Adam and Eve made babies, then their babies became adults and made babies and so on. And the child then went to his mother and asked her the same question. And she said, well, we were monkeys then and we evolved to become like we are now. And the child ran back to his father and said, you lied to me. And his father replied, no, your mom was talking about her side of the family.
Oh,
ouch.
Oh. Well, I don't normally advertise this, but you guys know that I'm a man of money. I have money, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, yep. And I made my money the old-fashioned way.
Oh, how was that?
I was very nice to my uncle just before he died. That Dr. Fatpacker.
Oh my gosh, I asked my friend the other day, then his birthday was, and he said March 1st. So I got up and I walked around the room and I asked him again.
Of course. He should have known the answer to that. Anyway, homeless Charlie, it's your turn.
Well, why did a golfer wear two pairs of pants?
Ooh, why? For?
Well, in case he got a hole in one.
Oh,
Man.
Well, I got one about golf that I can't tell. So,
Oh, perfect.
Anyway, let me see what we got. Oh, I got to read this one. The company that I work for, all right?
Huh?
I go into work the other day, and I bumped into the CEO in the parking lot. And he looked at me and he says, you know, if you'll work hard every day, all right, and if you do overtime without asking for any additional money, he says, if you'll sweat, if you'll have a commitment, if you'll do your very best every single day of the year, and more importantly, pass that whole work ethic thing along to every employee in the company, then next year I should be able to buy a Lamborghini.
Ooh.
Anyway, Dr. Fatpacker, this is our last one, how time flies.
Oh my goodness. Well, this is pretty good. Air Force One, arrived at Heathrow Airport, and President Biden was over, and he had a warm and dignified reception from the Queen, right?
Yep.
So they were driven in a 1934 Bentley to the edge of central London, where they changed to a magnificent 17th century carriage hitched to 6 white horses.
Wow.
Oh, and they continued on to Buckingham Palace, and all is going well, except suddenly the right rear horse lets out the most horrendous, earth-shattering fart ever heard, right? So the smell is so atrocious that both passengers in the carriage must use handkerchiefs over their noses. Oh my goodness. So the Queen politely turns to the president and says, "Mr. President, please accept my dearest regrets. I am sure you'll understand there are times that even a queen cannot control." On President Biden, to be very presidential, turned to her and he said, "Your Majesty, do not give the matter another thought. Until you mend it, I thought it was one of the horses."
Oh, way to go, President Biden. Well, I guess that was our last one, but we're not done. We're almost done because we have a point of conversation between the three of us only, and you guys can listen and you can chuckle if you choose.
Okay.
So anyway, here's the point of conversation. You operate, guys, a lawn mowing service, all right? And you have a brand new, very rich customer who wants you to use scissors to carefully cut his entire lawn at his mansion. So what do you say to this guy, or what do you do in a situation like this? Dr. Fatpacker, what would you do?
Well, simply as being a man in business, I just say, "Sir, as you know, we charge by the hour. So we would be happy to take the time to do the job right."
Oh,
Charge it by the hour.
I thought there was more. Anyway.
Oh, no, that's all we had.
Okay, Charlie, it's your turn. What would you do? You have a lawn mowing service, and the guy wants you to use scissors on his entire lawn. What do you do?
Well, I would tell him that I am very, very experienced. I learned how to do that in basic training. And I would be happy to do the lawn at only $50,000 per day.
Well, I think that might have him reconsider his the project.
Yeah. How about you? How about
I
you?
would say, sir, we don't do that, but I'm going to refer you to one of our competitors, the Edward Scissorhand mowing service. That's what I would do. Anyway, we're done. We're out of here. We're so glad. Oh, wait a minute. I almost forgot. We invite a very famous celebrity to be on our very next video. And guys, you know who we're going to invite for next week's video?
Her.
Oh.
She's lovely, the lovely actress, Meg Ryan. So, Meg, you're going to be on our very next video. So you have to contact us at funnyoldguys@gmail.com. You're going to be on our very next video. But, Meg, that's sort of like nutmeg. But, Meg, if you don't check into funnyoldguys@gmail.com in the next 24 hours, guess what? You are going in the trash bin. So,
oh no, don't
this
do
is
that.
the comedy thief saying farewell and goodbye. Pass it along to Dr. Fatpacker for his goodbye and his farewell.
Boy, I loved her and When Harry Met Sally. Oh, and she had the best line in movies. Oh my goodness, did you remember that? Just,
Yes.
I'll have what she's having. Oh
Yes.
my God, that was funny. Say, listen,
Yes.
off me to saying, everybody, it was so nice that you joined us today. Oh, before you go, make sure you look down below and subscribe. That little thing that says subscribe, when you click on it, it'll go to subscribe. So make sure you do that. Oh, and if you have friends, I'm sure you all have friends, but if you have friends that you want to listen to our podcast here, you send us an email at funnyoldguys@gmail.com, when we will send you one of these fancy dancy business cards, has our YouTube address on it, when they can enjoy it and laugh too. You could have a laugh party. Yeah.
And there you go. And Homeless Charlie, we want you to say goodbye and farewell to the boys, the girls, and the kitty cats in Videoland.
Farewell and goodbye to the boys and girls and kitty cats in Videoland.
Well, that's it. Everybody wave goodbye. Everybody wave goodbye. We're out of here, and we'll see you down the road.